Watching me on Pornhub, Siberia, Paris transit. I like Kazakhstan. I like Maria and Juan. Do you like my pretty pussy? Direct Instagram. Oh, my friend, come to Russia for weekend. Oh, my friend, narcotic, don't forget. Journey in Kamazan race. LSD Sputnik to space. If you like romantic games, I'm sitting on your face.
Yo, it's Artemi's breadbasket. I always fuck up the name. Back again.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I was gonna say.
What are you messing it up with? You got something else in your head?
I think I was gonna say Panarin's breadbasket.
No, Artemi rolls off the tongue.
I like it better too.
Way better.
It's March 23rd, 2021 of our Lord and Savior, Artemi Panarin. We're here. The Rangers are playing well. I mean, what can we say? I'm Dimitri. Here's my life partner, George. Hi, George. How are you?
What's up, babe?
You doing well?
Listen, did you think, honestly, going like after like signing off last week, did you think we were going to be talking again this week, winning 3 games out of 4? Did you really think we'd be winning 3 games out of 4? 2 games against the Caps. And even the Flyers, dude. The Flyers have been kind of like, you know.
We didn't win 2 out of the 2 from the Caps. We split.
No, I'm saying no. With 2 games.
I'm
talking about 2 games against the Caps and a game against the Flyers. You know, obviously the Sabres, we both thought we'd win, even though
it got sketchy.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
I was a little sketchy going into the game and losing, giving up the first goal. But like, would you think we'd win 3 out of 4? That's crazy.
No,
and especially with the news you heard before the game,
with brother Quinn going down with COVID-19.
The whole squad going down.
It's so funny. I'm gonna keep harping on it just because like COVID protocols. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
They all
like,
have it.
I know. Like, if you're in COVID protocols for more than like 2 days,
right?
And it's safe to say that okay, they have COVID, bro. Like, this isn't the CIA.
No, we're just left to do the research. I mean, like the investigation ourselves, bro. I mean, but it's obvious. It's crazy that they all got it and nobody else got it.
Yeah, right. Like, you got to assume these guys spend time together. Like, how the fuck didn't like the rest of the team get it? More players,
and the coaches are the only ones wearing masks.
I think Phil Giuseppe has it because he's been out.
Right? Is he out because of COVID? He's COVID protocol.
He was on protocol. Yeah.
We need him to stay out.
Not PDG. We need Brett Howden to stay out because was put on.
He's not. He's not going to stay out. But we need one of these guys to stay out because Kravtsov's on the way.
Kravtsov, the landing from Mother Russia.
He's here. He's here. He's just going through it right now. That's it.
Yeah, he was practicing with the taxi squad players, I think, because the regular team didn't have practice.
I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait.
They're saying he's not going to play next game. Probably the game after that, maybe.
He's got to get a couple practices in. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
I just hope like Quinn doesn't dump him in the fucking.
No, he's got to be on the third line.
Right.
He's got to be. There is a legitimate way. This guy slots in on the third line with who? Heedle and Laffy. That's a line.
And Kakko's up on number 1. Kakko's up with Panarin.
I'm gonna give you a hot take right now. Kravtsov is gonna come in guns blazing. Guns blazing.
Shit, man, I hope you're right, bro.
I mean, he had such a bad start to his professional North American hockey debut, right? Like, he came over here last year. I think he had a good camp, right? He got a shot with the big team, didn't play well. They sent him down to Hartford. Then he started like huffing and puffing. He wasn't doing what the coaches were telling him to do or whatever. He was like, he was half-assing it on defense. They sent him back to Russia. Shits the bed there too. Remember, he wasn't playing well back there either. He played out the season, came back here, and then when he came back here and went down to Hartford, this guy Knobloch said he was like a different player.
Yeah. He said he did like everything they asked and stuff like. I mean, listen, at some point these fuckers grow up, hopefully. But
if you got Russians dropping down to a knee, blocking shots, I mean, it means that you got through to him, or he knows that he's on thin ice. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really get that often.
Well, what happens now? Like, he did work in the KHL, right? He played really well. So
he had this year he had regular season 16 goals, 8 assists. So he in 48 games. So he was like a half a point a game.
Okay.
But he was on a team that was like, I think, very like offensively like handicapped. Like, they were not good. Tractor was not good this year, like offensively. So he was like leading the way pretty much. And like, if you watch the
all right, 24 points in 49 games. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's a half a point a game. But like, if you watch a lot of a lot of the highlights from the games that they post on Twitter, he's like dishing it, and they're missing wide open nets. They're missing like, point blank shots. So he's making the plays, and he had nobody to finish it. So that's why.
Yeah, listen, bro. He needs like a solid. I mean, give him a whole fucking season here in the NHL. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, just hope and pray these guys develop playing on bottom six. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Kako disappears in the bottom six. I know you want to get into this, and he just came off a big game, and I love Kako.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. Let's jizz all over Kako, but
you want to send him in the package, bro. He's gone in your opinion.
For Eichel, yeah, man, he's fucking gone. See you, bud.
You can do it without it. Like, you saw that rumor. Did you see that rumor that it's just a rumor? It's probably false. The Buffalo wants the equivalent of 4
number ones,
either number 1 picks or former number 1 picks. So, like, could you get away with one?
Let's get Elias Anderson back and send them.
Somebody wrote, let's send them next year's first. Let's send them Ryan Strome, Tony DeAngelo.
I saw that.
And fucking what's his name? Brett Howden was a first rounder too.
What a sick pick! Who picked him? Bruins, right?
Great package, bro.
Who drafted Brett Howden? That fucking.
I think the Lightning. No, didn't he come over from the Lightning in that shit deal?
He's a plug, bro. He sucks.
So no, listen. There's no room for Kravtsov in the top 6, bro.
Yeah, Lightning.
There's nowhere for him to go. So listen, he's going to play on the 3rd line. I don't want him on the 4th line with the grinders like Lemieux. And, even Gauthier is not a grinder, but he's going to get stuck on the 4th line. If he's on the line with Lafreniere, Hedl playing on the 3rd line and getting 3rd line minutes, which is like, 12 to 14 minutes a game, I'm happy with that.
That's good. Yeah, I think that's good.
Right. I'm happy with that. And I think that line's going to do work, bro. You're playing against
Blackwell scratched, or we put Blackwell on the 4th line.
Yeah, this is the problem that happens, bro. Right? Like, so your top 6 is what? If that's the case, your top 6 is you got
Artemi,
Kako, and
I love that line. I love that line. I love it. I love it because Artemi raises all boats. Kako and Strome should pay half of their fucking salary to Artemi. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He is pure.
Let me ask you a question. Kako was never on a line with Panarin before?
I think like a couple games. That's it.
Because I feel like he was, and maybe they didn't let it marinate enough, no?
Yeah, I think it was like a few games, and then Quinn switched shit up.
Right. And it's so crazy that like all these moves that this guy Knoblauch is making is panning out. So it's adding fuel to the fire with the Cole Quinn.
Yeah, but I wrote that down too. Like, they're basically the same lines, and supposedly like Quinn's telling him what lines to do.
I'm sure he's giving him the pregame notes, the pregame lineups.
Yeah, you have the psychos out there that are like, "Oh, fire Quinn!" Shut up.
I will say one thing. Okay. I don't like the juggling of lines. I really don't like too much. Like, if it's too much, I don't like it. I understand you need to sometimes, if the game's not going well, you need to like mix it up a little.
Right.
I would love to see just consistent lines.
Yeah.
Just so I fucking know what's going on, because half the time I don't know who's with who. You got like, how can you follow the game? Like he did a move the other game. I don't know if it was the last game or the game before. I think it was against the Sabres, or it could have been against the Caps. Anyway, he put at the end of the game, it was like a really big defensive draw. He put 2 centers in, and I don't know if Quinn does stuff like that. That was a good move. I like that.
The only time he's ever
2 centers on the ice in case one got kicked off, so the other guy could take the draw. I like that kind of stuff. That's cool. And
the only time I've seen that go down is with Hedl and Rooney. They're both on the ice, but that's usually because they're on the same line, maybe.
Right.
Sometimes
you got what Hedl? You move Hedl to the wing or Rooney to the wing?
I don't know. I think Hedl might still be a little hurt because even in the first few games he was playing, he wasn't playing center. He was playing fucking wing.
Well, when Hedl first started with the team, they had him on wing, but then even though he was drafted as a center, because they didn't, I guess, trust him with the center position role or whatever, they moved him to wing to kind of ease the transition. And now, because we need a fucking center, he's back in that role. But he's a center, bro. He's a center. And I don't think he's still. What do you think? He's still hurt? What was it? A hand?
Yeah, his hand. I don't know, bro. I don't know why.
Tape it up. Tape it up, bro. Stop.
What?
Tape it up.
Well, he even said it though when they interviewed him. They're like, are you still hurt? He's like, even if I was, I wouldn't tell you guys.
Oh yeah, did he say
Yeah,
that?
so he's got a little bit of fucking,
Yeah, he's not.
Czechoslovakian.
He's icing it after the game. He's icing it.
Well, you see my guy. You know who's icy?
Who's
Capo
that?
Caco. Capo Caco is a serial killer, bro. He has no emotion.
Did you see it?
Open netter just looks like his mom died.
Nah, he was hiding that joy, bro. He was really hiding it in. And they were like razzing him, kind of like they were trying to pull the monkey off his back.
Yeah.
And, after his goal, after that goal he scored, it was like 19 games. So, he was feeling it. But like, he said thank you. He turned around to Strome. He said thank you. They had like a little, did you see the
Yo, is Strome good or what?
It's a great question.
Is Strome good?
I feel like if we watched him for another 5 years, we still wouldn't know.
He looks good on offense, bro.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, sometimes he'll shoot and it's like, bro, what the fuck was that? Like,
or he'll make a really bad decision, like not shooting.
Right. Well, they all fucking do that.
A lot of the extra passing. A lot of the.
I don't understand that. Like, you want to set somebody up and you want the open net, or you want to like.
They want the tapping.
Yeah, selfless.
They want the slam dunk.
Fucking sling it, bro. Sling it.
Everyone's looking for the alley oop. They want the tapping from Mika, the tapping from Kreider.
I know, but enough.
But listen, Strome, you can see the difference between the start of the season and now. Strome is playing way better. This is how he was playing last year. This is why he got the contract.
Yeah, so listen, I think Kako should be on that fucking Panarin line for at least 10 games. I'm not like, even the rest of the season, like, give him his due, let him go. If he doesn't swim with Panarin, like if he's not scoring at 0.5 a game,
right?
I'm not going to say he's a bust, but he's not a number 2 pick.
So you don't agree with everyone's assessment that, like, even though he's not producing points, he has positive, what do you call it? Positive value play or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I know. What is XGF percentage? What is that? Expected goals force percentage?
Expected goals force. So like he's generating the chances, and I think and also I think low on the chances against too. I think he's good at both. So his
forecheck is serious.
His forecheck serious.
He's gotten really good at that. I don't know why he's not on the PK. He should be on the PK, I think.
All right. Why not? I mean, you could try it out.
Got a big fat finish.
But why would you mess with the PK? We're second in the league.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
Start tampering with that kind of shit.
Fine, I know.
I guess I don't know. You want to put him on a. I mean, there is no second power play unit. It's just.
I know they play for like a minute and a half, bro.
There is no. I think we got that. We had a power play, and then at the end of the power play, we had another power play, right? So we had like a 30-second 2-man advantage, and like. They didn't even look at the bench, bro.
Nah.
Like Artemi's not even looking at the bench.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's just talking to.
Rightfully so. Not give a fuck,
dude. Like they're cooking, bro. They were great. I mean, Mika's back. Finally, Mika's back.
What a game! Well, I've been telling you this from last week when he was getting the assists and stuff. He's skating well, but everyone gets their dicks hard when they see goals, and he got them. He got goals.
Right. That's the whole Rick Nash thing where. Everybody forgot about that. He would play like great games defensively. He could dish it. He could kill penalties. He was like responsible two-way player, and everybody would like be on top of him because he wasn't scoring goals. When you're a goal scorer,
right,
and when you score 41 goals the season before in a shortened season, yeah, everybody's like they're expecting big things. You know what I mean? Especially these guys' contracts coming up. But no, I've had faith the whole year, man. The guy's been playing it sick. And just when he scores goals, though, like when he breaks out, right? When he gets loose, like he looks unstoppable.
Right.
Enough with the backhands. Just fucking snipe it, dude.
Like, I mean, listen, he played like not even the Flyer game. The Flyer game was unreal. 6 points in this period, like, unreal. Natty Hattie. I mean,
I wish. I mean, like I was at the game last year where he scored
the
5. I don't know what's crazier. The 5 was insane, but the fact that you scored 7 goals in one period, like you're just dumping on this team. That team did not show up. That was a mixture
They're not good on defense, bro.
Dude, that team did not show up. That was. I think that was more Philly not showing up than it was that the Rangers.
Yeah, I agree.
Offensively gifted all of a sudden, they got touched by the hand of God.
Like if the Islanders are scoring fucking 5 goals on you consistently, you're not good on defense.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry, Islander fan. I know you guys are a good team and shit, but
they're very good. Unfortunately, they're very good this year, and they might be getting better. But Panarin had 2 points in that game. Georgie got a shutout, and he needed that shutout.
I wrote that down too. I wrote Georgie's back at it. Where's Eeyore? How's the groin? Does he need somebody to massage it? Because I'm available.
Is he day-to-day still? Is that what we're talking?
Yeah, I guess they're erring on the side of caution, which I understand. It's a groin. They're fucking goalies. Like, I get it.
Like, you don't want to
not playing like shit either, so.
They don't want him to retweak it and be out this season, probably, Like,
and Kincaid's playing good, bro. And Georgie's kind of back at it, which is good to see.
Listen, I'd rather err on the side of caution and just have Igor back with 100%, not having you don't want him favored. Like, that's like the worst injury for a goalie to have, like one of the worst, like that or a knee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to hear either of those.
You're a former superstar goalie, right?
What?
So you're a former goalie prodigy.
Yeah, I used to dip in this. I used to dip my toe in the pond a little bit.
And then you wanted to play tackle football with your dumb fucking Neanderthal.
Yeah, blow my knee out senior year, can't play. Stupid.
We're such fucking dumb fucks. Well, you are, not us, I guess.
But. Yeah, well, you make mistakes, you learn from them, or you don't. I mean, either way. Right.
Or you just suffer.
Yeah, and now I'm building New York City brick by brick.
That's it, bro. Now you're a builder.
Yeah, I'm living the dream.
P.S. By the way, I didn't give you shit, but in your Twitter profile, follow George on Twitter. Yorgaki, George.
You don't like it?
Will you write builder? Like, bro.
Stop. Come on.
What are you, fucking Ross? Stephen Ross? You on the fucking related? Builder.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know, but like the people.
I come home dusty. I come home dirty, my friend. Don't
get over yourself.
These calluses. You understand?
Nice. What are you working out?
It's not from podcasting, bro.
I know. My hands I moisturize daily.
Let's get this show off the road, and I won't have to do it anymore. How about that?
I know. You're right. I'd love to. But by the way, I'm a viral tweeter. By the way.
Oh, I saw that. It was amazing.
I'm a monster.
You knew it was going to happen, right? You knew it was going to kind of take off, but that
not really. No.
Did it take off?
It was funny.
Did it take off before or after he liked it?
He literally liked it. He was like the first guy to like it. So if I wrote a tweet to Elliot Freeman, I think it was pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was pretty hilarious.
It was pretty. It was nice. It was edgy.
It was literally the first thing I thought of when I saw that video. I was watching a video of him. He's always talking insider trading and stuff like in the NHL. Hold on, let me fucking find this thing.
Well, I mean, he looked exactly the way
he always looks like that. Even when the pandemic for the Pandy started, like he was fucking. He grew out of the fucking beard like he was a total like transient,
Yeah.
How do I see my? There we go. Sorry, guys. Bear with us. I mean, let me share this fucking screen. Hold on. How do we do this? Technologies. Share. Boom. You see it, George?
What's that?
I saw this video with him. He's talking turkey. And I was like, this guy looks like he looks like a guy that they gave a hobo, basically like a makeover to.
I don't get it, bro. This guy's 50 years old. He still has hair. Why don't you just do can't you just spend 5 seconds? He
doesn't give a fuck. He knows he gets shit.
You're not commuting to work. You're fucking zooming from your house. You can't.
So let's play hobo or NHL Insider, and then I wrote NHL Hockey Twitter. And he literally liked it. I'm not even kidding you. Like the first he liked it. Like, oh, what a champion, like this guy, he knows how to just not be a fucking douchebag. He knows how to take a joke and be a human being. And we're back. Thanks to our sponsor. What's our sponsor?
I'm sure it's a great product.
It's a great product. We endorse it wholeheartedly.
We'll buy it. Support us so we can keep giving you the show week to week. If I get a chance to do it. So
where were we? Oh, Elliot Freeman being a champion. Yeah, I'm a wizard, bro. What
are we at right now? Did you break 100? Did you break 100 likes yet?
Yeah, 100 likes, 105. I think the last thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know what it does because we didn't get any.
I said that kind of as a joke.
Hmm.
I said that as a joke, and you actually broke it.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just literally want to share the screen.
I mean, we just put out great content, so I don't understand why we wouldn't be getting those likes. We were the only thing we were doing wrong is not tagging it right.
Yeah, we need to use the NHL hashtags instead of just the New York Ranger hashtags.
Because
I don't want to hate on fellow New York Ranger fans, but they are a bit tight ass.
We're not getting the love.
I think they're a bit tight ass, and I think we're a little crazy, right? Maybe. I posted that other one about Kako and how the Kako stands are jizzing because he played so well last game.
And we lost a follower.
Yeah, Like, fuck you, dude. That's what triggers you. Like, come on, guy.
And it wasn't anything negative. It was just like actually like
it's just funny. I try to be funny.
It was funny, and it was like it's the truth too. It's like there's so many people that just hang on everything has to go the way they think it should go. It's
Bro, the Kako thing, like I want him to be good, obviously. Like I want him to be a stud. But like it's so funny, like the Kako like spin people, the people that like spin doctor for Kako, like the
Kako apologists are like the same guys.
I don't even want to say they're apologists, but they're just spinners. Like they literally like his PR firm.
I think that a lot of them are the same. Not all of them, but a lot of them are the same guys that want that want Quinn gone. You know what I mean? They want to fire Quinn. They think he's not doing a good job. Which fine, you can point to negatives. You can point like there's nobody in the league that's going to do any better with this team except for the Barry Trotz. Like, I mean, who's going to do a better job?
Yeah, but even still, like, let's say Quinn lost the locker room, like how it happened in Calgary, kind of, and Buffalo.
But I don't think that's the case, dude. I don't think
so either. I think he's got a good handle on the locker room. I think the players probably like him. If it was a case where like they lost 7 or 8 in a row, or they like next year, right? Next year is when I think the expectations are there a little bit more for sure, especially if we get Eichel. Like, if we get Eichel. And it's a good deal for us. We're not like giving away the store, basically.
Right, there's no excuses anymore, right? Yeah, you're not.
Bro, like you're going into the game. You're Panarin and Eichel. Eichel can be an MVP. He's a 1A center. He's a top line center.
And next year, if you're getting him, if you're saying you're getting him this year, and you still have Mika next year, so you're Eichel, you're down the middle. You're Eichel, Mika, Hedl. I mean, that's crazy. And Strome, I guess, but you're probably giving up one of those two.
One of them, but yeah, if Strome or Hedl, your third line center, like that's fucking great.
Like you don't even care. Yeah, you got more. You can put Morgan Barron. You can even keep Howden as your center in the fourth line. Who gives a shit at that point?
Howden's fucking gone. I don't want to see that fucking guy in the fucking game.
But going back to Quinn, like if that was the Rangers losing 9-0 and Quinn was behind the bench, Quinn was playing, it was coaching, he wasn't on COVID protocol. Like, I still don't see him getting fired. Like,
I wouldn't fire. I mean, for one game, bro. Like, come on.
No, I mean, like it's one game plus you're in like 7th place in the standings, 6th place, whatever. You're still below 500. Third season.
You're looking at it logically, and I'm not saying you're not, but like I am. Other idiots.
I'm not a fire Quinn guy, but right.
Go ahead. The season started, mad people got hurt. Tony DeAngelo shit, Artemi shit. Like, come on, like that's a lot of shit going on. To be dominating the East, like which is like arguably the most loaded fucking division this year.
No, you're losing one of your best offensive defensemen. You lost your best player, Panarin, and you're basically your team leader.
Well, second best offensive.
You're not. You don't have what do you call it? You lost your first centerman.
Basically,
Mika hasn't played Mika's played like a third line center until recently. I mean, not producing. Let's not say not playing. Not. So
producing. If you look at it, I don't think it's anything that Quinn did. Like these people are crazy. These people are fucking like.
And you're the youngest team in the league. Like, how fast do you think this rebuild? Like, teams rebuild the Senators have been rebuilding for how long? The Red Wings are going to be rebuilding for how long? The Senators
still got to rebuild.
The Maple Leafs didn't win in 2 decades before they started winning.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, so this is a quick rebuild. We're on the fly since.
Also, so like, let's say we get Eichel, right, and we trade. Let's say we trade either Hedl or Strome. Even Kako, let's say we get rid of some of the forwards that we have now, but for the most part, the team looks kind of the same-ish. Like you have Panarin, you have Eichel, you have Mika on a contract year, Kreider, you have like pieces that are really solid. Laffy hopefully takes a step in the right direction, right, where he becomes an actual fucking offensive force. Buchnevich is playing fucking out of his mind. He wants $9 million a year. He wants Skinner money, this maniac. I don't know what he's doing. He's got to calm the fuck down. I'm just kidding. Those are expectations. You got to Fox another year in.
Year. Miller another year.
And Igor, hopefully he's healthy. Like at that point, we have Eichel. We have expectations to at least be like in the mix.
Yeah, that your rebuild's over at that point.
And so like I understand like a 7-game losing streak next year brings that up even harder. But like this year, it's like, bro, fuck off.
Yeah, no. Next year you're a contender. You're buyers. You're probably going to be buyers at the deadline. I mean, like as long as you're like, as long as you're in playoff contention and whatever.
I like that dude Sam Bennett too, from Calgary.
Yeah, from Calgary. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he plays with an edge on him. Like he's like a tough ginger.
I feel like, yeah, and I feel like this season, I don't know if it's because of because like they're playing so much the same teams over and over again, and they got the back-to-backs, but it's an edgy season.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's a brutal season. Everybody, the fights are way up. Like fighting is back in hockey, and it's amazing.
I'm
It's
here
amazing to
for it. I
watch these
love it.
games. Love it, love
I
it. Even
know,
the
like
Rangers,
I know
the
the
Rangers have
Twitter
been
people
kind of
are
like
like, oh
softish,
no.
huh?
I know the Twitter people are like, oh no, but
They're always going to go back. They're always going to go back to the concussion stuff, right? They're going to say,
it's not from fighting though, bro. It's smoking each other, hitting each other in the game.
right. The concussion stuff's never going to go away. I mean, they put the concussion protocols in place. They're trying to do away with the boarding hits, the what do you call
And they
it?
do a good job. Like they
They're doing
suspend
a good
guys.
job of it, I think.
Yeah. What do you want?
You don't see it that often.
No.
You don't see it that often. They crack down. They're cracking down. They're giving out suspensions like crazy, right? Like the suspensions are even up. Like I think who got 7 games in that?
Tom Wilson.
Yeah, he got 7 games.
And I hate Tom Wilson. I fucking hate him.
But you love him on the team.
A lot.
You'd love him on your team, I think.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And like he's a goon that can play.
Yo, he scores, bro. But like I'm just talking specifically for that hit. Like, yeah, the results were bad because the guy went to the hospital. But 7 games is, I think, an overreaction. I think, 3 games, 4 or 5 games max.
He spent how much time he went to the hospital? He stayed there?
I don't know if he stayed there for a long time, but I think he.
I mean, that's what it is. Somebody gets carried off in a stretcher, they're gonna get a couple of extra games.
There was also another one where Tanev hit a guy, and it was a clean hit, bro. Nothing to the head. It was an awkward fall. He fell right into the boards and kind of got whiplash, was knocked out, and they threw him out of the game. Like that too is like a good hit, bro. It's like not.
Yeah, there's some of these are like real hockey hits that the result is what leads to
like lingering.
Yeah,
like lingering on Ovechkin.
Smoke. Oh my goodness, he blew him up. I couldn't believe it. Have you ever seen Ovi get hit like that?
No.
I know he's older now. Like maybe younger Ovi that doesn't happen to, but I mean,
yeah, but bro, he's still like 240 pounds. Like,
yeah, he's a brick house, dude. He's crazy, and it was a great hit. This guy Lindgren's amazing. Like he is like a fan favorite now.
I love him.
He's Girardi on roids, bro. It really is. He gets clipped a lot. Did you see him get clipped? He gets clipped while he's on the bench.
I know. I saw that. It's not a real game unless Lindgren's fucking bleeding.
He's grabbing his face like, oh. Every game is like, fuck. What the fuck?
What was I going to tell you?
But Tanev, bro. I wanted to say Tanev's a good player too, but like a lunatic. And he looks like a psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, back to the Rangers. Like, I wouldn't mind if we like signed like a winger, a heavy boy. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not pussies, like they're not a pussy team, right? Like everybody gets
line winger.
Yeah, like a 4th line winger that is a fucking heavy. That is like fucking smack the tits out of you if he needs to.
I feel like I don't mind that, but I don't want him to be like he's got to be a skater. He can't be a negative everywhere else on the ice.
I'm not saying for him to be fucking
like Tanner Glass.
Don't hire fucking like Tony Soprano and give him skates. You know what I'm saying? Like give him,
Yeah, we don't need that.
I mean, really nowadays they're skilled. Like they're not totally fucking.
I don't mind having it. You need. Yeah, right. They're skilled now. You don't want it. Yeah, you're not also,
giving
like Donald
Howden being in the 4th line. I mean, I'd give it up for a heavy because we have Rooney. Rooney can be a 4th line center. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Right.
It's not like
I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind that. You want to protect your skill players too. You don't want to see Panarin dropping the gloves. You don't want to see
no way.
Even Bush, right? Like what are you doing? Like I get you want to be
the Bush thing is fine, but you could tell he's not like a real deal, like heavy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he got blasted the time he fought, right? Like he
lost the fight. Lemieux are heavy, but he's not even a heavy. He's like 6 foot. Like he's good to have, right? And he's solid because he runs his fucking mouth.
Right.
I mean, Brandon Smith. Yeah, because he fucking defends people. Lingering too defends people. I love that.
Brendan Smith, bro, has turned it around. Like he was, we gave him that contract, and the next year it was like, what are we in for right now? We signed this guy for 4 years, and he's still way overpaid.
Yeah,
but he serves him a purpose on this team.
Listen, next year I would consider signing him again for like $1 million a year.
I wouldn't mind it, I guess.
Because
a
him and
veteran guy.
Libor, that third line is good, bro. They're playing good.
He's still got a little in the tank. You know, he's all right. He's good.
He's 31 or 32. I mean, yeah, he could sign for another year. Who cares? 1 year, $1 million. I mean, you give Jack Johnson that. So what the fuck?
Jack Johnson's gone. Thank God. I mean, like he's got what he's hurt for 3 to 4 months. He's gone for the season.
I think it's the core body injury, which is
so he's like LIR, long-term injured reserve. He's done.
Yeah.
That's solid. So like that's gonna free up. That'll free up cap space and make it a little bit easier to bring a guy like Kravtsov or even what's his name, if you want to, Morgan Barron. Because I mean they're up against the cap, right? We're like pretty close, no?
No.
We don't have that much flexibility though. They have to constantly make moves on the taxi squad. And
I know, but I think a lot of if they're doing that now because the taxi squad's an actual thing. So I think they just do it to their two-way guys that they don't have to release to save money.
I'm not 100% on this, but I think they're a little bit tight. I think they are a little bit tight. They could use some flexibility. Like that's why I didn't get the Jack Johnson signing in the first place.
Projected cap hit is $75 million. Projected cap space $3.5 million.
All right, so they have like
Jack Johnson not on the LTIR.
I mean, he's out for 3 to 4 months. That's the rest of the season.
He's on the taxi squad.
I mean, nobody does that.
Because they waived them. They waived them. So I guess they're probably going to move him at some point.
Nobody plays with that stuff like the Lightning, bro. I mean, I don't.
Last year, you know who did it a lot? Maple Leafs. They had like $17 million on the fucking long-term IR.
Right.
But they cleared it up. But yeah, the Lightning, like they got to fucking trade somebody, right? What happens when people are ready to come back?
Not this year, bro. If they can hold off on what's his name coming back until the playoffs, I think they're good. I think they get to hold
bring him back during the playoffs.
He can come back in the playoffs. It doesn't count against the cap.
Oh wow,
that's the whole thing.
Sick. You know we're paying Kevin Shattenkirk $6 million this year.
That's it though, right? Please God, tell me that's it, right?
$6 million. Then next year 1.4, and then next year 1.4.
Oh my God.
Dan Girardi's getting paid $1.1 million.
Yeah, we got like 3 or 4 guys on the buyouts.
You know who's making $300,000 this year? Ryan Spooner. I think he's doing work overseas too.
We traded him and then they bought him out. So we were on the hook for some of it because I think we retained salary, right?
Yeah. And I like Libor, bro. I like Libor. Brendan Smith's 32 years old.
Yeah, he's all right. Like third line, third pairing. Third pairing, you're all right. He's not gonna get like exposed that much, but he can't play in the top 4. That's it. No. But you don't want him to.
No.
I mean, from time to time, if there's an injury, you can move him up to the second pair, I guess. But I mean, it all depends on what they trade to get Eichel, or if Nils comes over next year, or that other kid Schneider. There's a lot of guys banging on the door trying to come up, unless they get traded. So let's see what happens.
What do you think, my guy? What do you think Booch is gonna get or gonna want?
He's gonna want like $6 million, bro.
Doing work.
He's gonna want like $6 million, I think, right? I mean, is he gonna want a long-term deal, or is he gonna want to wait
1 more year,
3-year deal, and then he'd be a free agent at how old? How old is he now? 24? 25?
Isn't he older? Hold on. 25.
He's 25. So 2 years brings him to 27, and then he's gonna try to get paid.
Well, also, I mean, he's got 1 RFA year left, or he's eligible for arbitration. He's gonna ask for like $7 million in arbitration, like some sick number.
Yeah, and they're gonna settle at 5.5 or 6.
5.5 mil, 2 max 3 years. I'm okay with.
Yeah, that's solid. And I don't think he has because I think this is his ceiling, dude. You really think he's gonna get better and better? I think this is it.
No,
he's not gonna get much better. So you don't want to overpay. I think
the most you can hope for him is like 50, 60 points, like, on consistently when he's healthy, right. And good PK, because he's playing well on the PK.
Yeah, he's great. Him and Mika are our 2 best PK wingers, forwards, right?
Yeah, he's solid.
So my thing with Booch is my fear is that you can't lose him because you don't know what your young wingers are going to turn into. Because like great, you have Kako, you got Laugh, you got these guys. If they don't pan out, your depth is no longer depth on the wing. Our strength was the wing, right? We had so many guys. Kravtsov is coming over. We don't know what he's going to be. Right. We still don't know what Laugh's going to be. Kako looks like he's coming into himself. We don't know. We know what Booch is. right? Like I'd love to hold on to something that we
I
actually
can't
know
see him
what we
like all of
got.
a sudden going to 80 points a game. Like it's good, 50, 60
No, he's not
points.
going to do that. He's not going to do that. But
Bro,
what he's doing
he's
right
done
now is
work.
great.
Yeah, he's done work the last like 80 games. I think he's got close to a point a game, like something disgusting like that.
This year,
the last 80 games.
His last 80, including last year. Yeah, look at it. Can you see that? Where did you see that?
Someone had tweeted it, but I'm looking it up right now.
Hey, listen, it sounds right though. To be honest with you, definitely sounds right.
Look at this fucking picture. Jesus Christ, Booch. Take a better picture.
And like he's another guy that everybody loves.
He's doing work.
What are we looking at?
68. So last year he had 46 points in 68 games.
Great.
That's good. That's
really good. That's like it's really
this
good.
Year, 30 games, 29 points.
He's a point a game player.
Yeah. Doing work. 11 goals.
He's a locker room guy too, bro. Like they love him. They love his weirdness.
He's
part of he's part of the Russian contingency that we got going on.
Yeah, I know. We need to make Artemi feel good. Look at this picture.
Let me see it. Let me see that face. That's how he smiles, bro.
You kidding me, bro? That's a 10 out of 10 picture.
When I saw that picture, like when he was still in Russia, and I saw this guy's face, I'm like, this kid's it. He's a killer. He's got killer instincts. Bring him over. You need somebody that can fucking finish.
A picture from his Instagram story about him riding the dolphin. 10 out of 10. He looks like a fucking special needs kid.
He's a good follow.
Is he? He writes, like, posts stuff?
He's a good follow. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Is he the one? No. That was Kravtsov's the one that was posing with the gun, right?
Yeah.
With the AK. No, but I think Bush is the one that was always like flipping the bird. He's always like giving the finger. He's like selfies, like like in front of the Picasso. He's just like,
yeah. I mean, they're from Russia, bro. Like, fuck off. Like it's cold here, bro. Fuck you.
I love it though, bro. I love it. No, he's a fan favorite, bro. He's a fan favorite. They love him in the clubhouse, and keep as many guys as you can like that. But I'd love to get some team-friendly deals. Like, do we have to overpay to keep the guys that we already have? We already have to overpay free agents, right? We have to overpay Trouba. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to keep some guys on a little team-friendly. You know what I mean?
Listen, bro. I think Trouba he's played pretty well. Like, all right, he's not getting like he's not gonna have 50 points or 45 points, but he's a heavy too. Though I forgot about he's a heavy, bro. He fucks people up when we need him to.
Let me ask you a question. You're paying Trouba $8 million a year.
Yeah.
What are you going to pay Adam Fox? Because Adam Fox is by far and away he's your best defenseman. He's the best defenseman the Rangers have had since Leach. Like he's better than McDonough.
Ugh, I know.
He's better. He's only been it's only his second year. He's better than McDonough already.
23, dude.
He's so young. You got to lock this guy up for 8 years.
I would like that. Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 more years left, but he's probably got a lot of
lock him up now, so that later on you got value in that contract.
Yeah, like try to pull him, like because he's definitely like a type of he's a top flight.
I don't see his game falling off the edge of a cliff. You know what I mean? Like he's a smart player. So he's a Harvard boy, baby.
Left. Yeah, he's got 2 years left, and he's an RFA in 22, 23.
I think you just start talking contract. I think
he's the guy you give 6, 7, 8 years to.
I think what is the rule that you can't talk contract until what? The last year of your RFA?
Last year, yeah.
The last year of your contract. I mean, that last game that he played was the last game. What was it? The one against Buffalo, I think he had a goal and 2 assists.
Yeah, he's
he's dominant, bro.
He's silky, bro. Yeah.
Silky smooth, knows where to be. Like his dishes are great. Everything about him. Like when he gets the puck behind the net, like I don't know for how many years, for the Rangers defensemen would be behind their own net, and I would be like, they would be getting collapsed on by a forecheck, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna get the puck back.
Nice passes, yeah.
He makes nice exit passes,
quick little passes, yeah. He's
quick passes, those little deceptive moves. Like he fakes everybody out. And he's not getting any love.
What do you think he's gonna get? Like Drew Doughty money, like $11 million a year?
Nah,
I'm gonna shit my pants if that happens.
Dude, I'm telling you, all
right, maybe if the cap was at 90 mil or something,
Listen, well, it's gonna go up. I mean, it's gonna be flat for a couple.
You got to figure 5 years, 4 or 5 years before it's 5.
You think 4 or 5? I was going to say 3, 4 years. It's going to be flat, and then you're going to get that all that ESPN money. The
only reason I think that's because they're so like in the hole. I think NHL in total. That like 3-4 years completely flat. It's not going to go to 90 the next year. It's probably going to go up a couple million every year like that. Like increments, not like a big, 7.5 million, 8.5 million chunk.
Right. It's not going to go crazy. I don't know. I hope that's I
would start talking fucking extension the second next July 1st or whatever the fucking rule is.
That's like priority one.
8 years, fucking give him 8.5 million a year. And
tell Dolan, get the jet. Bring him to wherever you want.
8.5 million. It's a lot, but like if you're a top flight fucking defender like him, two-way offensive defender, he's a power play quarterback.
He's your number one defenseman though for the next decade. For all these cup runs that you want to make, like this team you're trying to build, he's your number one defenseman. You make him happy. You make him you give him the security he wants. You know what I mean? And you don't. And that's one thing you don't have to worry about. That's so hard to find.
It's kind of wild too because I was reading on Twitter. Next year, they're going to have $15 million in cap space, and that's after they sign Booch to like a 5.5, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have $15 million in cap space.
Some of that's going to go to Eichel.
Well, if you trade a couple of NHLers, I'd probably
right. No, it's not.
You're right.
It's not going to equal out, but some of that money will go to Eichel, and then you're not going to spend it all because then. You're going to need to sign. I don't know what's going to happen with Mika the next year. You got a lot of guys coming off of their ELCs. Like I think Heedle's going to be up soon.
Heedle's going to get traded. So
who?
Heedle's going to get traded. So say your goodbyes now. Yeah,
it's going to be really hard for me. I'm going to tell you, I might not be able to podcast for a while.
Let me ask you this, okay? This is the trade scenario. Buffalo calls. Ring, ring. Hello. It's Buffalo. Hi, Buffalo. Okay, we want Heedle, Kakko, 2 number ones. No, all right. Heedle, Kakko, Nils Lundqvist, and a number 1 pick.
Even worse. No.
For Jack Eichel.
No.
Sorry. You don't take that.
No, I'd rather. You can't do both Heedle and Kakko. It's one or the other. Number 1, and then Nils fine. And then another scrubby fucking prospect, fine. And even 2 firsts. I don't even care. Take all the firsts you want because I'm hoping to be good after I get Eichel anyway. I don't give a shit about your first round picks now. You know what I mean?
So what do you think? What about Strome, Kakko?
Yes.
Nils?
And a first?
Second tier prospect and 2 number 1s. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So again, forget the second tier prospect. So Strome, Kakko, Nils, and 2 number 1s.
That's so tough, bro, because you're giving away. Fine, I get
Eichel in a third. So like the people are like, oh, the value, all the value.
You got to match the value. Listen, you're giving away somebody that could become a top winger and also somebody that could become a top pairing defenseman in the same trade. You don't know what Nils is going to be. Fine. Strome, we know what he is, but you're getting Eichel back, so you don't care about that. Yeah, I guess you do it. I guess you do it because you're not going to find another Eichel.
Got to do it.
You got to do it, I guess. Yeah.
Do you want to win or continuously rebuild? I don't know.
You got to do it. But you're holding on to Kravtsov, so you're hoping that Kravtsov could fill. Yeah, and of course, Laugh.
And Booch.
Laugh's not getting
and
traded.
Kreider. So like the top 9 is pretty solid.
The Rangers are not getting like these idiots these idiots from the Buffalo that are tweeting. The conversation starts with Lafreniere. First of all, they might not be tweeting that anymore because he's not putting up the points everybody thought he might be in his rookie season. So they're calling him a bust already. But the Rangers are not winning the first overall pick just to trade him the year after. Right. It's not happening. Kakko, I could see because they got Lafreniere. If they didn't get Lafreniere, Kakko would be off limits. I could see Kakko going. I know a lot of people are saying he's not, but I could see it happening. I could also see Miller. I mean, I could see it. It is what it is. I could see it. I don't know but you don't do like Miller. You don't do Kakko and Kravtsov. You don't do Miller and Nils. You know what I mean? You do one in one.
Yeah.
You break it up a little bit. You don't trade both. You keep one of each, and you hope those players fill those positions.
I agree. What else you got?
I don't know, bro. I'm really excited to see. I wanted to talk about the shitting on of Adam Fox. Like the kid is so good. Like we were just going over how good he is.
On him. They're just underrating him. They're not talking about him.
Nobody. Why is that? Why is it? Because there's the two other guys ahead of him. Is because Cale Makar is so good. Quinn Hughes, they're big names. They were higher draft picks.
I think it's just because the Rangers aren't that good.
Vancouver sucks.
Well, they're not really talking about Quinn Hughes this year.
So Cale Makar is no. There. I think the tweet that was who was it that tweeted it? It was
no clue.
Friedman. It was Dan Rosen, right? I think what he said is like how exciting it is that Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes are going to be like a big rivalry for like the next decade or something like that. Something like they're going to be head to head. It's going to be
Cale Makar doing this year.
I don't know. I mean, like the kids. No, I'm not knocking those guys. They're amazing players.
No.
And I know that maybe Adam Fox doesn't measure up to the points that they put up, but I think he's more of a well-rounded defenseman.
This last year they said that because they're not even playing in the same division this year.
You just said it. No, they just said it this week. It was a big thing that came up this week. And then a lot of people were attacking him for not giving Adam Fox any love. And then he responded saying that it's not that he hates Adam Fox's game. He really likes his game, but that he's not going to get Norris consideration. It was also about the Norris. So he's not going to get Norris consideration because he's not a known quantity. And then Drew Doughty. Like Drew Doughty hasn't done shit in 3 to 4 years. And you're talking about so basically you're talking about brand recognition instead of what they're doing in the game today. These guys, it's almost like they don't watch.
That's crazy.
The people that are voting don't watch the players they're voting on. They just whatever they know. It's whatever they know. It's just what they know, and that's what they.
Well, it's a very how do you call it? It's a very trend league. Like whenever there's a trend, people jump on the trend. You know.
So what's the trend now?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, Quinn Hughes
and Kale Makar, right?
They're deep throating them.
Right. They definitely did have better seasons than him last year, even though Adam Fox was amazing.
Well, Cale Makar's only played fucking 18 games.
So then so
has he been hurt?
He's definitely hurt. He's not getting scratched.
Because Fox's 30 games played, 21 points. I don't know. Is that good? I don't know.
Is that good? I'm not sure if that's good for a second.
24 minutes time on the ice
for a second-year defenseman at 23 years old. Come on, stop.
Quinn.
But to be honest with you, okay, so here's my other take on this. Like, I don't really care that he's not getting votes for the Norris and like that he's not getting the recognition because I'd rather he does that after we sign him for the big long-term extension.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? If this kid's getting votes and God forbid he wins a Norris before we sign him long-term, we're fucked.
Quinn's doing work. Quinn's 36 games played, 28 points, but, he's a minus 17. Fox is a plus 8.
Ooh. So that's nice. And Fox is top. I'm sure they're both top line, right?
22.
Is he also a top pairing guy? I mean, Fox is playing against the best players every night, 25 minutes a night. He's doing everything that you would ask a veteran.
The East is definitely fucking stacked. It's a stacked.
And he's great point, bro. He's playing in the fucking East Division,
but listen,
Metro Division, whatever it's called.
Quinn Hughes, let's give him a little bit of credit. They're playing against Toronto, which, they're deadly. Calgary's got offensive players that are really good.
Stop. They don't.
All right, Toronto. Can we say Toronto?
Toronto, we can say, but I mean, you can't compare the North with the East right now.
Connor McDavid. I'm saying specifically as a defender.
As a defender, fine. You got the Oilers and you got the Maple Leafs, but then you got a couple of you got a bunch of softies in between. There's no softballs except for the Sabres.
Who else is this? Ottawa stinks. Calgary's struggling. They're playing a little bit better. Winnipeg's playing good, decent. Who else is there? Vancouver themselves, they stink.
Right. Yeah, he's on one of the stinkers.
But I'm with you. Like, I'm sure maybe next year, if he keeps going, Fox will definitely be sweated more, especially if the team's winning and he's putting up shit like that. Like, the Rangers will not be denied at that point, like in terms of like nationwide hockey talk.
Right. Like, if you start seeing guys like Fox and Artemi in like deep playoff runs, the following year, you're going to get a lot of love. But I mean, I don't need that to happen with Fox. I'd like to get him locked in.
Right. Me too.
Let's get him locked in, and then you can give him all the accolades you want. You know, you can throw him a parade. I don't give a shit. Just lock him into that deal at a nice team-friendly number. And then we're rolling, baby. I mean, Artemi is underpaid.
Yeah.
We got a couple of guys underpaid. Artemi is underpaid.
They changed the draft rules.
I think we touched on it last week. Did they actually do it? They changed it?
Yeah, they passed them. Yeah, so like this year, the lottery is only going to be 2 drawings. So the first and second pick is who's in the lottery. So I guess like the last 2 teams. That starts this year, and then next year, limits added in 2022 for teams that win. So I get like and move up. So like you can't, get the number 1 pick and then get it again in fucking 3 straight years like the Devils did or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they limit how many times you can win a lottery.
So wait, what did you say about the first 2 picks? It's a separate drawing?
I think that's just the lottery. That's it. Like the 2 picks. Yeah, the draft lottery reduced to 2 picks. So the only lottery is, I guess,
it's first and second?
Yeah.
And how many teams are in that lottery? All the teams that don't make the playoffs?
Doesn't say.
Yeah. That must be with just different percent chances, right? So the lower you finish, the higher the chance you get. So your lottery is for the first and second, then what? Everything else is based on how you finish the season?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you finish at the bottom of the
I found it. So the 15 teams that failed to qualify for the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs and the expansion, Seattle Kraken, who begin play in 21-22, will be involved in the 2021 lottery. So so like the worst teams have a bigger chance.
How much you want to bet the Seattle Kraken get the first or second pick?
That'd be crazy. People,
the NHL
Steve Yzerman would rip his clothes off. We'd see his fucking jacked body. He's a hunk.
Yeah, it'll be a shit show. God help us if the Kraken get first or second pick.
And next year,
it could happen. I wonder what percent chance they're going to give them. You know how like you get the odds? I wonder what percent they're going to go into the lottery with.
I mean, you got to assume are they going to come out with a good team?
It's the same. I think they're going in with the same guidelines that the Golden Knights had. So, I mean, they did a really good job. Obviously, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
I mean, they came away with they almost won the cup the first year.
What they're going to do is get Gauthier, and Gauthier is going to be a fucking 30 goal scorer.
They're going to they're going to get to choose from a couple of good players, dude. I mean, we can't protect them all. Gauthier is going to get exposed. Are they going to who else are they going to expose? They might expose Blackwell. They're not going to protect Blackwell. I mean,
no.
They might pick somebody like that.
He's a nice bottom 6 grinder, bro. He's nice, cute. Right. Good job.
And I don't know who else. I mean, I'd love if they exposed your man right there, Howden.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know how Howden's still on the fucking team right now.
They're not going to take him, but
I don't know. Maybe they're going to expose Howden. Shit.
I don't know. I don't see. They got to get rid of
Libor.
Yeah, he's gonna get exposed. So they're gonna have.
Libor's not playing bad. I know everyone hates on him. Like, there's a growing consensus between all the Rangers fans on Twitter that he sucks, but he hasn't played bad.
He's all right. He's doing his role. The Rangers aren't a bad defensive team. They're a pretty good defensive team. Like they're pretty solid. They're not what we thought. We thought it was going to be a real mess, and it hasn't been that.
Keandre stepped up.
Because of guys like Keandre, right? Because Fox is doing even better than he did last year. Even what's his name? Trouba's playing better than what he played last year. Smith is stepping up a little bit. And like you said, even Libor, he's doing all right. And all this, I mean, and also I think the forwards too, like the Bush stepping into a bigger role, like a two-way player where he could play. But Mika's a good two-way player. Even Panarin, even though he's a sick offensive player, he plays defense.
Yeah, he can if he really wants to, he can do it.
Yeah, if he wants to, right? Exactly. He's really good at sneaking up behind you, lifting your stick, and taking the puck away. I love that.
He's he's like a ninja, bro.
Yeah, he really is. He's super smart. You had a lot of super smart players on this team. like smart,
You need
high IQ
Eichel.
players.
You need one more MVP caliber player.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna get fun.
And then I'm like, seriously, I think they're going to be fucking stacked. You understand stacked?
Yeah, I would love that. Love it.
The other thing is the Isles are going to be going for either Taylor Hall or Kyle Palmieri because Andersley got hurt, so they're able to LTIR like $7 million.
Like they're definitely gonna trade him, right? There's no way the Sabres.
I guess it depends on what they get offered. I'm sure they're going to get offered something decent though, like first rounders and stuff. Like they'll probably get something.
Hall's kind of like, I mean, everybody's disappointing on that team, but he's kind of disappointed, and he's getting paid what? It's $8 million for a year, something like that. He was like, that's tough, man. He kind of like signed that contract. He's like betting on himself.
Well, listen, bro. He figured, all right, I'm playing with Eichel, like, yeah,
right.
And I think he liked the coach. I think he was tight with the coach.
Oh yeah,
that they fired.
So, I mean, if the Islanders do get Eichel, that would be. They're already
not Eichel, Hall.
Not Eichel, sorry, Hall.
Bite your fucking tongue.
Excuse me. That's not going to happen. Obviously, they don't have any.
I mean, who wants to go to Long Island, bro? Fuck that place and fuck the Islanders. You know.
I don't know. We'll see.
I know. I said fuck the Islanders.
Yeah. Fuck the Islanders. You're right. Who can put a package together like the Rangers can for Eichel? Is there anybody else?
LA.
Just the Kings. Just us and the Kings.
I think they mentioned another team. I'm blanking on the team, but everyone's saying that the Rangers are like the leading of the pack. Supposedly, Friedman said that they had tried to trade for him last summer.
Because New York Ranger Twitter will explode if he gets traded somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like my brain will melt, bro.
I won't be happy at all.
Right.
Oh, the Bruins they mentioned, but the Bruins have nothing.
I don't get it.
The Bruins have like one good line. Let's be honest.
That's extremely good.
They're very good. They're
very good line.
Listen,
and Charlie McAvoy's a stud.
They're good. They're a good team, but fuck.
They're a very good team. I mean, they're not playing great this year. They're
okay. Oh, they started piling off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they've had bad streaks where like you don't expect it from the Bruins, but yeah, if we don't get Eichel, it's going to be pretty disappointing. And I don't know where you turn to next. Like, you turn to Barkov. Like, I would love Barkov on our team, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Not if they're good. He's not going to come. They're not going to trade him.
Exactly. They're going to re-sign him. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like even if like during the year for a trade, like let's say he doesn't want to resign or whatever, gone for him free agency, they're not trading him if they're fucking doing work. And right now they're doing work. Barkov.
Right. That would be. Well, he's in the last year of his contract, is he not?
I think he might have another one after. Let's check.
What's he getting paid too?
I think it's pretty friendly, but hold on.
Yeah, whatever he's getting paid is very low, and he's going to want to get paid, and we're going to overpay. We're going to have to overpay to get him.
Bro, we almost overpaid for Erik Karlsson.
Oh my god.
Okay,
that was a nightmare.
Was that Gordon?
Yeah.
Was it Gordon? I don't know, but whoever it was, they dodged.
It was like I think that was during the transition between Sather and Gordon. But
that's a fucking dodge bullet, bro. Are you kidding me? Give this guy $11 million to shell of himself. Yeah, right now he's getting paid $5.9 million.
Wow. So he's gonna get like 9.
And he's a free agent in 22-23, so not next year, the year after.
Wow. Okay. So he's locked in. So I mean, we need somebody now. We're not looking.
I mean, you got to assume, bro. This guy goes to free agency and continues. He's going to be 27, turning 28. He's going to get a 7-year fucking 100.
Who's that, Barkov?
Yeah,
that's tough because like he's having a career year this year. It would be.
Oh, he's nice.
He's nice. Yeah.
And he's a two-way player. Like he plays in the PK. He's a stud, bro. He's just a machine, bro. He's a fucking Russian machine.
So what's up? What's the lineup? What do we got coming up? What are the games? I know we're not playing again till Thursday. Kravtsov's not going to play, you said, but
no, not next game. At least that's what they said on one of the reporters.
Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Got to be a little. I got notes, but I never have notes on for like the upcoming games.
Neither do I.
I think we're playing the Flyers, right? I think it's the Flyers again. That should be interesting to see what happens after that last game.
Where are we? What is this? What are you showing me, NHL.com? You fucks.
Yeah, bro, it's Thursday. We got back-to-back against the Flyers. We're Flyers Thursday, Flyers Saturday.
And then a belly-to-belly, less than 24 hours, we're back in Washington.
You're only playing what 7 teams, bro. I'm so sick of the same teams over and over again. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the NHL.
I know.
I would love to see a couple. I can't wait for next season, bro. I'm so sick of playing the same teams over and over again.
I think it might get a little spicy on the 28th for sure. Wilson's back.
In April, we're playing the Devils 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
Which is solid, hopefully. I mean,
COVID,
because they're not great, but they always give us a run for our money.
Well, the fucking there's a couple teams that are having like COVID protocols. The Canadians postponed a couple games.
How many guys they got on the list? They got a lot of guys on the list.
I think they had like 2 or 3 guys, and they already postponed like 3 games. Like they're on top of it because they actually care about humanity. Getting Canada. Bruins
but their protocol can't be different than the rest of the NHL just because they're in Canada. Canada.
Good point. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I just made a jab. The country. Bruins are coming back. They're trying to practice on Thursday. Rangers, obviously, with Quinn and the coaching staff. Ducks are also in protocol. They have like 3 or 5 guys, something like that. They canceled practice today, so we'll obviously find out more later.
The Bruins have where they have 4 points on us and 3 games in hand. They got 36 points and we have 32 in the standings. We're only 2 points behind the Flyers. So we're like right there.
4 games in hand means what? They have what?
They got 3 games in hand, meaning like that's a potential for 6 points right there. They played 3 games less.
That's the thing I worry about for sure. But we play the Bruins also the last 2 games of the season.
Yeah, this stuff can flip flop quick if you really like. Everything can change in like a snap of a finger, bro. I mean, it's because you're playing the same guy. You're constantly playing the same teams that you're in the division with. So, but it's relatively tight.
Yeah,
except for the Islanders.
Pittsburgh finds a way to win, bro. They're always hurt. Like they find that Malkin's hurt now.
Yeah, when you got Sid on your team, I mean. Every year you're thinking this is the year, right? This is the year that a lot of people predicted that this would be the year that the Penguins would like miss the playoffs and take a back seat, right?
Yeah, I mean everyone's been saying it for years to come, right? Sid's 33. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I think they did start off a little slow this year, but they picked it up. I like the Capitals are dangerous. Capitals are stacked, bro.
Yeah, we played them really good though. 2 games in a row. Even the game
step up. You understand?
Even the game that we lost, that Friday night game, we dominated the whole game, and then Georgia gave up 2 rebounds in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Right,
made me sick.
Those are the worst, bro.
But we dominated the entire game. The problem is when you play a game like that and you can't score more than a goal, like with all the chances we had, that's what's going to happen. And Georgie's rebound control is a problem. I mean, I know he's the backup. He's the backup, but like he gives up some.
I mean, listen, Igor can't stay healthy.
That's one of my worries, dude.
Me too. Honestly,
it's definitely a worry that he's so good and he's your number one. You're going to commit to him, right? He's your number one goalie.
Yeah, but they're not going to ask him to do what like Lundqvist did and play 65 games, right? Like we need him for like 50 solid games, right?
Yeah, like 55, like what 55-30? What is that, 55-28, whatever the hell that math works out to be, something like that.
So, yeah, you definitely want him to stay fucking healthy. Like, Chicago's sinking like a fucking lead balloon. I mean, listen, they're eating off these shitty teams, but like the Central Division, you got Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Florida. They all have 20 wins. And like the rest of the teams are just all 500, under 500. Dallas stinks.
Everywhere else, it's a fight for 4th place in that division, right?
Wow, Dallas is like close as 7th. They were in the fucking Stanley Cup last year,
which is crazy.
Nashville too stinks. Columbus 13-13 and 7. Where are they? Where's points? You fucks. Oh, they're tied for the last playoff spot. I mean, it's pretty tight though. Like 4, 5, 6, 7 are all within 5 games in the Central.
Nice. Yeah, that's fun. Like that's good. Like it's nice to when the race is tight for like going into the playoffs. It's gonna make it for interesting like end of the season. It's gonna be. That's why I want the Rangers to stay close. I know they're not going to do anything, but at least stay competitive and make them let the games mean something at the end of the season.
Yeah, listen, if they go on a decent tear right now, it'll keep it close and it'll keep our we'll sweat it for sure.
I don't want them I just hope they don't try to make any stupid moves and try to trade for something that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? To just try to get into the playoffs just to get bounced in the first round. If you're trading, you're trading for a piece like Eichel. That's it. I don't want to see any half measures just to make the playoffs this year. Come on. It's the COVID season anyway. Who gives a shit about this year?
Agreed.
We're thinking about the future now. You know what I mean? Save your bullets for the big target.
That's all I got. Ovechkin's day-to-day.
What happened to him? Is it from the lingering hit?
I don't know. I said it before. Now they lost it. Hold on.
Really? He's amazing. Why can't our first overalls be an Ovechkin? Why can't they be a Eichel? You know who I love? Nate the Great. That's my kind of player. I love that guy.
Yeah, bro.
He's so incredible. Like that highlight reel first goal back after his injury, was insane. I don't know if you saw that one. That was beauty. How's he doing?
Hold on.
Let me see his. Let me look up his stats. I'm just curious.
Lower body. Well, Ovechkin misses practice, lower body injury. Nate.
You expected to get an explanation?
Yeah, I know. You're right. Good point. I think he a little slow. It is the truth, bro.
This guy McKinnon's only 25 years old too. This guy's gonna be doing this for another decade. Unbelievable. He's got. Stop. This guy's got 32 points in 26 games. He's got 9 goals, 23 assists, and he's a plus 17. It's fucking so good. He is so good.
So I texted you last night late about Connor McDavid, and he just plays on fucking easy, bro. 98 points in 34 fucking what does he have? 60 points in 34 fucking games. He's an absolute savage, bro. What's number 2 is? Number 2 is Draisaitl with 50 points.
How much is he making the max? 12 and a half, 13? What is it? What's the max? 12 and a half. Bro, you could pay this guy 20 million. You could pay him 18, 20 million and he'd still be underpaid probably. He's so dominant,
good, bro. It's crazy.
And when he they do these I don't know what they do these solo cam shots of him, and it's just watching him during the entire play, how the play develops, and he just takes off. I mean, he is so fast. He's faster with the puck than he is without it. Just magic, bro.
Yeah, you see, in the Superman shows or movies and the Flash, how he moves faster than everybody else, and it's slow motion for him. That's him. That's Connor McDavid.
It's insane.
Number 3 in the league points.
Did you see that? They did a docu on him, when he had that really bad, bad injury, and I think a lot of people didn't know how serious it was.
I know.
I didn't know. I mean, nobody. I think they kind of kept it close to the vest that it could have been the end of his career or career altering or something like that, right? And then look at him now.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they were gonna let it heal on its own and just rehab it, or
unless they
do a major surgery.
I mean, they might have exaggerated it, but
I mean, listen, he's a top flight fucking guy. They must have been freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what's interesting though? Besides Connor McDavid, he's at a 1.6 per game guy. Draisaitl 1.47. You know who's number 3?
Who's that?
You know who's number
Hopkins?
3? In the whole league.
Oh, in the whole league. Artemi Panarin.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Correct.
Is that right?
That's correct. Do you guys understand how good he is?
We didn't even get into that. How did we not even get into how great he is, bro?
I don't know, man.
We spent the last hour and whatever, and we didn't even get into.
He's the champ.
Our muse. We didn't
love him. I love him.
What's his stat line? Give me a stat line really quick.
20 games played, 8 goals, 20 assists, plus 7.
He's incredible. I didn't know that he was such an amazing playmaker too. That's another thing. Every fucking pass is pitch perfect, bro. It's insane.
Oh, you can almost make the fucking make the argument that he is a better playmaker than he is a sniper or whatever.
Right, and he's an amazing sniper too.
Because he makes fucking plays, bro. He makes plays. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a wizard.
I'm telling you, I love that moment where they're out there already for 2 minutes and he doesn't. I'm telling you, he doesn't even look at the bench. Like they're waiting to
during
take
the power play. Yeah,
they're waiting to take the face off during that power play, right? The second power play is about to start, or like the 5-on-3 was about to start with like 20 seconds left on the first power play. So they're out there for like a minute 50, and he doesn't even look towards the bench, bro. Like he's just like telling guys what to do.
Yeah,
he's so good. He's a leader.
He's the man.
Guys love him. I mean, like, and I love him. I mean, like this
our podcast
guy
is
was
named
such
after.
an amazing. Like, if we didn't get this guy, the rebuild would be going terribly.
Oh my god.
Let's put it that way.
Like they'd be pretty bad, right?
How bad would they be?
I guess they'd spend the money other places, but
how bad would we would still be?
There'd be no hope
in the tanking phase.
Yeah.
And this is a terrible draft. So we'd be miserable. The fact that we're going to be tanking and picking high in a draft that sucks. And we'd be talking about the 2022 draft with this other kid, this next Gretzky, another.
I like the other kid, Power. Last name's Power.
No, that's this year. I think.
I know.
That's this year. That's the defenseman.
Oh,
there's another kid that's supposedly like a top flight goal scorer, or whatever.
Draisaitl's good, huh?
Exception status, whatever. The Canadian, who the hell knows?
Did you imagine Artemi on that fucking team with them?
Yeah, it wouldn't happen, right? How do you get that many guys on one team like that?
Well, I mean, technically, it could have happened, like if they just signed him, because he was an undrafted free agent that was signed by the Chicago Blackhawks. Artemi.
Oh, you mean if they got him like that?
Yeah.
Right, it could happen. Yeah, of course it could happen, right? But
I mean, he doesn't want to go to Edmonton, right? I guess.
No, he didn't even want to go to Long Island. He's going to go to Edmonton.
I love that he just said, "Nah, guys, I'm good. Thanks, though. Be well."
Yeah, so
he's pure, and that's all we could say. That's all.
I just want to win a cup. I just want to win a cup with him. I want to go to the parade with you on my shoulders so that you can see, because you're a short midget.
Yes.
I want you to experience that because I did that in '94.
I didn't do it in '94. I remember winning.
You didn't know. You know, I went there with my dad. My dad brought me and my brother there, and then we were still kind of short. So he went to the hardware store and he bought a 6-foot ladder.
That's so.
And we stood on top of the ladder. That was pretty dope. My dad didn't even know what an offsides was. Doesn't know anything.
I was gonna say, like, your dad didn't know shit about hockey.
Yeah, he doesn't know shit. He calls it. He wouldn't know a touchdown from a
my dad too.
Pass, bro, for real, seriously. But he brought us there, and it was a moment I won't forget. So I want to share that moment with you next time.
I'm in.
All right, we can do a live cast from there.
I would love that. Hopefully, we're live next week together, me and you in studio.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Did you fumigate your place yet?
You know,
I know COVID doesn't survive on surfaces for more than like 3 days, but I still.
It's clean, bro. I peed all over the place.
I know you did another show with the guys, right? That was like last week, and they're all negative.
Yeah.
So we're safe.
Mm-hmm. If you like this, like and subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate and review it there. And the best possible thing you can do wherever you're watching is share it. All right, George?
Follow us on Twitter too, because we got good content coming out.
I mean, we're fucking cooking right now on Twitter. I don't know about you guys, but we're fucking cooking.
I think we're at are we at 1,000 likes yet?
I don't know, but I like Kazakhstan too. I don't know, but that tweet's happening, bro. We're gonna have Elliot Freeman on the show next week.
Big question: do you think this song is in Artemi's playlist?
I don't know, but I hope I should be.
Rock it to this jam on the way to the garden.
Like in the locker room.
I want to see like him. Like, what does he drive? A G-Wagon? He's got to drive a G-Wagon. He's got like Igor in the passenger seat.
He seems very chill.
Igor, Booch, and Kravi.
I mean, listen, he lives in Greenwich, bro. He doesn't even live in the city.
He picks him up on the way in.
No, I'm saying for Artemi, like he lives like more suburban than he does like in the city, bougie. And then you see Mika's fucking Bruce Wayne fucking house apartment in the city,
with his beautiful like soccer star Swedish blonde.
I want a Swedish
whatever his fiance, whatever they are. What?
I want a Swedish fucking fiance.
Go play for the Rangers.
That's all I have to do.
That's.
I have champagne. I love this song, bro.
Open tryouts next year.
That's a bread basket. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Nice to know you. You're so sexy, Russian girl.
Прыгай в мой фургон танцпол. Drink shot, fireball, drink it all. Dance all the night, guys, gangsta paradise. Absolute карпан. Расшибатин КамАЗ.